Okay guys, so I was going to film this on a tripod, so I can drink my tea as well, but it seems as though I've forgotten my tripod. Anyway, so I'm just going to be holding it. But solar panel, this is what this video is about, a cheap and easy solar setup, and I did this all within a couple of hours, so let's get into it. Okay guys, so this solar panel here is one I got from Christmas. It's a Renogy one, so it's quite good, and I think it's only like £30 or something, or if I can find it again I'll put it in the description of this video. But it's 30 watts, so about £1 a watt. They do go a bit lower depending on the brand and stuff, but I think Renogy's quite good, that's why I got it. I think it's slightly misplaced at the moment. The sun's more over that way rather than that way, like to get sunset as well, because sunrise is over there. But yeah, really easy. And then it's cut, I did two little U shapes out of wood, just screwed together out of some pallet wood, some scrap wood, bashed them in the ground with that log there. Yeah, and really easily done. So then up we go, and it goes to here, and it came with bare wires, and I use SAE connectors, if I can show you. These little connectors, they come on like Maplin solar panels and stuff. They're just like a little connector that's got both positive and negative in one. Soldered that onto there. It goes up to here into a charge controller, which I'll show you when I'm in there, and then it comes down to a battery here. It's just a little cheap setup for lighting mainly, so I don't really need it. This is an old starter battery, so it's not made for leisure, but it was out my dad's van and it was just sat there, and it still had 12 volts after being sat there in the cold for a couple of weeks. So I was like, well, it's good enough then for using for lights. So that just comes in through the crocodile clips to this spade connector, which then goes to the crocodile clips, and then and yeah, that's how you charge the battery. I'll show you this charge controller when we're in there, like I said, but then it's a simple case of taking some power off, which is what these are, and then this goes to under here. There's a little fuse box. There's no grounding block, so you just fuse the positive and the negative side. As you can see, there's two yellows and two blues. I've just got two wires coming out, that's all that you can see in there, and that's my appliances. And literally they're just lights, well, they're just some 12 volt sockets that I can run lights off. And so if we go inside, it's a nice little, this is where I stay now, at my dad's instead of in the van. So here's the charge controller, and I don't know if you can see. There you go, it's at 11.9, so it's not very charged, but yeah, I mean, if you run it about 12, if it's an old battery, if it's a new battery, you obviously want to keep it healthy, but this is an old battery I don't really care about, so I'm not bothered about it being on 11.9. Okay, so if you remember the wires coming off the fuse box, they come up through there, and one of them comes up this pole here, and it had this little connector on, but I changed it for just a normal cigarette lighter, and then that goes to a little thing, I think it was from Maplin's, it got 4 USBs so you can plug your phone in, and then a 12 volt plug which goes along here to a very, very bright light I have, as you can see. And then the other cable I put in, so it just comes across and it sits here, and it's just simply another 12 volt plug, and all that is actually a 5 meter extension, and it did have one of these on the end, a male cigarette lighter socket, but I just cut that off and put it in a fuse box. And then this, all that is just another DC jack. So yeah, really, really, really simple. So all you do is get your solar panel, and you wire it into the charge controller where the solar panel is, positive and negative. You don't have to put the connector on, I just do it so everything can come apart again. And then you want to wire charge controller to the battery. You don't have to worry about the lighting socket on the charge controller. It's not essential, because then you can run your lighting and appliances straight off the battery, so they can come off. Make sure they go through a fuse box, so if anything goes wrong it doesn't wreck your battery or anything else go wrong or anything like that. And make sure the fusing is right. You can do some research into that. It's quite easy really. Once you get to know what fuses do what, you can kind of pick a guess. But then you probably just want some 12-volt cigarette lighters, so you can plug a lot of things in. You can even use one of these, and sorry if I'm not in focus actually, which is just a 12-volt cigarette lighter with 2 USBs on. So then you can charge your phone, and that will use probably not much power. Yeah, and it's really good if you have like an old battery as well, because it's really not that much of a bother. Just stick some things on. And this cost me nothing. I got the solar panel for Christmas, and other than that I had everything else. And obviously not everyone's going to be like me, but £5 for a charge controller. Make sure you've got a bit of cable. I'm sure you can find some. You can use 3 core mains cable and just use 2 of the cables. And then connect some cigarette lighters onto the end. Use some plugs and stuff to wire lighting, or use the little USB things to charge your phone. And it's a really simple way to just have a little setup in a camper or caravan, or even just in your room at a house or something, just to reduce bills or something, I don't know. But yeah, if you'd like this video, if it helped and you liked it, remember, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video next Wednesday, which is a good one. So stay tuned, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you then.